Hey guys, welcome to the Unchained beta with the TheProfesserf. Alright, it's time for our Monday Mythic meta for the ranked weekend event that ran on July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Let's take a look at the results. Alright, here's our top players. We can see 2 players tied with 22 wins. We have 5 players with 21 wins, rounding out the top 7 here. And then we have about 7 players tied with 20 wins. Again, these are unofficial results, so it remains to be seen who takes the 10th spot based on MMR rating. Several players with 19 wins, making it a close and competitive weekend. Let's look at our ranked weekend in more details. All right, for this ranked weekend, we can see that 5 players each played Death and Magic, 4 players each played Light and Nature, and then 1 player each played War and Deception. So that's for our top 20. For our top 10, Magic took first place, 6th and 9th. Death took 2nd and 10th. Light took 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Nature was able to take a spot in 7th place, and War took the final spot at 8th place. So we can see here that Magic, Death, and Light remain the top popular choices to be in the top 20. Nature had a surprise ascension from last week, no representation in the top 20, to taking a spot in the top 10 and also having 4 players playing it in the top 20. War took a dive from being a popular choice down to 1. This could be as a result of Nefru being back in the game. The control war variants that we've seen the past few weeks does have a weakness against Soulburn Death and aggressive decks, so I wonder if Nefru had a part in bringing down the war representation. The 2 players that had 22 wins played Magic and Death. The best Light and Nature deck managed 21 wins, and then the best War and Deception deck managed 20 wins. Let's take a look at our top decks. So here's the Magic deck that managed 22 wins. This is a control ramp Magic. Magic usually has strong early plays with Shadow Scryer, Pyramid Warden, and Vanguard Axwoman, followed by removals like Star Shard Bolt and Tracking Bolt. And of course, there's the ramp with Sip of Elixir, Guardian of the Gates, Mana Toad, and Well of Power. We have removal with Ratify, Archimedes Mirror, Astric Implosion, Cersei. We have some stalling with Demogorgon, Healing Elites, and then we have strong endgame, starting with Frey, Avatar Magic, and Echophon. Our top Death deck finished with 22 wins as well. This one is Control Death, board wipe version. This deck uses Blood Ritual for the God Power. This deck has plenty of stalls and removal with Siren of the Grave, Blight Bomb, Black Blood Blast, Apocalypse Now, End Times, and Demogorgon. And we have combination cards of removal and draw, like Sulfuric Rain, additional draw with Burrowing Scarab, Vrock. You have some ramp cards with Fanatic of Khnum and Ruined Asp. And then you have your combos for your Win condition with Nefru's Kopesh, Canopic Hoarder, and Hippocrates Monster. Our best Light deck finished with 21 wins, and this one's a mid-range Light. This deck is a mid-range Light version, which incorporates the strong early aggressive plays of the Light Aggro Zoo variant. We have the Cudgel, Blind Martyr, Ritual Rod, Devoted Follower, Bright Mage, Light's Levy, Highborn Knight, Master of Indulgences, and Canonize. Of course, you top out with Asterius. This deck does delve a little bit into the mid-range with Pies Giant and the inclusion of an Ashen Drake. I've seen other mid-range deck as well that perform very well that uses Helia the Illuminator instead of Ashen Drake for the top end. Our best Nature deck finished with 21 wins, and this one's a mid-range Nature deck. You have your strong early Nature cards like Marshwalker, Underbrush Boar, Feyfame Blade, Canopy Barrage, Ornery Goat. You have additional removal with Lightning Strike, Wildfire, Jaguar Staff, the Hunt, and then you follow that up with strong on-play curves like Selena, Overgrown Rhino, Avatar of Nature, Green Giant, Pies Giant, and Charging Oryx. Our best war deck finished with 20 wins, and this one's a deadly control war deck with the Onslaught God Power. You have your early plays focused on removal and clearing your opponent's board to reduce some pressure, Auric Rush, Enduring Shield, Belligerent Warlock for a little bit of draw, Noctvi Pillager, Trojan Battle Mage, Magic Missile Launcher, and Viking Longship. You have some win conditions with Valka's Axe, Avatar of War, and Strengthened Numbers. And you have some additional removal in case the board gets wide or out of control with Carnage Sweep, Harvest Arachne for the Deadly and Onslaught combo, Hector Prince of Troy, and Herdicus. Our best deception deck finished with 20 wins, and this one's a controlled deception, focusing on sleep and the memory charm God Power. You have cards to control your opponent's board with Mugging, Sleep Dart, Hunting Trap, Umber Arrow, Avatar Deception. You have stall cards like Exercise, Demogorgons, Cutthroat Insight to take cards from your opponent's hand, Rapture Dance, and Orpheus Guile. And you're looking to stall and go into the late game where you can use your cards like Charm and Anti-Magic Expert to take an opponent's creature that you've buffed up through Memory Charm and have it attack directly. Taking a look at our weekend meta snapshot, we can see that Nature remains the most popular at 24%, although stuck with the lowest win rate. Other popular choices for the weekend includes Death, Light, and War. The best win rates are with Light, War, and Magic, and also Death is about 50%. Light has a positive win rate against 4 of the 5 gods. War and Magic are solid with positive win rates in 3 out of the 5 matchups. And Nature is hanging on at the bottom with only a positive win rate versus Deception. However, Deception is one of the least played gods, only at 11% during the ranked weekend event. There was an announcement of a balance change with some card changes scheduled. However, we're not sure when that will arrive. If those changes don't come soon, we expect it to remain the same, with Death, Light, and Magic being the most popular gods and also the strongest for the ranked weekend event, followed by War. And then at the bottom, we have Deception and Nature. All right, here's our top players again. Congratulations on some great performances and good luck on your prizes when you receive them.